Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have recently broadcast their talk show from a whole new setting. Fans saw the new home of Live with Kelly and Mark earlier this week. Since then, the reasons behind the big move are coming out. Fans saw Live with Kelly and Mark's new home in mid-April. The talk show, Live with Kelly and Mark, has been around in some form since 1983. However, Kelly Ripa only joined the show in 2001. Her husband and former All My Children co-star, Mark Consuelos, joined in 2023. For around 3 decades, fans have seen the show from its home in New York's Upper West Side. However, the show has since made a switch, with Kelly and Mark leaving the studio towards the end of March 2025. Live with Kelly and Mark. The talk show now films out of 7 Hudson Square, which is located in New York City's Soho area. Viewers got to see the new studio on April 14, 2025. In the interim, the show had filmed out of a temporary studio. During their original departure, Consuelos actually got emotional during a video on Instagram. At the time he shared, "This is our last show here in this building. This place actually gave me the nerve to ask my wife to marry me, and we did the next day in Vegas. So I have a lot to thank. I'm thankful to this place." However, the new studio has certainly made an impression. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams served as the first guest in the new studio, and she had kind words for the new setting. During the show, she shared, "Oh, I love your set. This is bomb. This is so good." Kelly Ripa previously shared some doubts over the move. That said, back in October, even Kelly Ripa herself shared some doubts that the show would be moving, even after seeing the new studio. On the show, she shared, "Mark and I went down to tour the new studios because apparently our show is finally moving to a new location. But that's not going to happen for some time, and I don't believe it's going to happen." However, at the time, Mark assured, No, it's happening. I'll probably still be here. I don't believe it's happening." However, during the discussion, the real reason on why the show had changed settings had come to light. ABC's Lincoln Square, where the show filmed, had already been sold. However, Ripa was still surprised at the move, noting, "This place has been sold for 10 years. Notably, as noted by Good Housekeeping, Live with Kelly and Mark isn't the only show to film at 7 Hudson Square. The View and the Tamron Hall show have also been filming at the location from 2024 and early 2025, respectively. Live with Kelly and Mark has officially settled into its dazzling new home at 7 Hudson Square in New York City's vibrant Soho neighborhood, marking a historic shift for the beloved morning talk show. Fans got their first glimpse of the revamped studio on April 14, 2025, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive. This week, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos opened up about the emotional and logistical journey behind the move, revealing why the transition from their longtime Upper West Side studio was both bittersweet and exciting. A new chapter for a TV institution. For nearly 4 decades, Live with Kelly and Mark, which began as the morning show in 1983, has been a staple of daytime television. Kelly Ripa joined as co-host in 2001, bringing her infectious energy, while Mark Consuelos, her husband and former All My Children co-star, became a permanent co-host in 2023. The show had broadcast from its iconic Upper West Side studio at ABC's Lincoln Square for 37 years, becoming a second home for the hosts and a familiar backdrop for millions of viewers. In late March 2025, Kelly and Mark bid an emotional farewell to their old studio, filming temporarily from a transitional set before debuting the new Hudson Square studio. The move to 7 Hudson Square, a sleek, modern facility at Disney's Lower Manhattan headquarters, represents a bold new era for the show. The April 14th episode, featuring Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams as the first guest, showcased the studio's contemporary design, complete with vibrant lighting, a spacious stage, and a fresh color palette. Porsha was effusive in her praise, exclaiming, "This set is absolutely stunning. You guys have outdone yourselves." Kelly, beaming, responded, "We're still getting used to it, but it feels like a glow-up, doesn't it?" Mark added, "It's like we traded in our cozy old apartment for a shiny new penthouse." An emotional farewell and a warm welcome. The move wasn't without its challenges. Mark, in particular, was visibly moved during the final broadcast from Lincoln Square. In an Instagram video shared in March, he reflected on the studio's significance, saying, This place holds so many memories. It's where I found the courage to propose to Kelly, and we got married the next day in Vegas. I owe this building a lot. His heartfelt words resonated with fans, who flooded social media with messages of support. Kelly, known for her candor, admitted to initial skepticism about the move. During an October 2024 episode, she shared doubts after touring the Hudson Square facility. "I saw the new studio, and it's gorgeous, but I didn't believe we were actually moving," she said, laughing. "This place has been sold for a decade, and I thought we'd be here forever." Mark, ever the optimist, reassured her, "It's happening, Kelly. We're packing our bags." The real catalyst for the relocation became clear during the discussion. ABC's Lincoln Square property had been sold, necessitating the move. As reported by Variety, the sale was part of a broader consolidation of Disney's New York operations, with 7 Hudson Square serving as a hub for multiple shows. The View began filming there in 2024, followed by the Tamron Hall show in early 2025, making Live the latest to join the roster. Fans and stars celebrate the new studio. The Hudson Square studio has been a hit with viewers, who've taken to X to share their enthusiasm. One fan posted, "The new live set is breathtaking. It's so bright and modern, but Kelly and Mark make it feel like home." Another wrote, "I've watched Live for 20 years, and this move feels like a fresh start. Congrats to the whole team." A third fan noted, "The new studio is giving big energy, but the best part is Kelly and Mark's chemistry. It's still the heart of the show." On the April 14th episode, Kelly and Mark leaned into the excitement, giving viewers a virtual tour of the new space. "We've got more room to dance now," Kelly joked, referencing their signature opening dance moves. Mark chimed in, "And the coffee bar is closer, which is a game changer for me." The hosts also acknowledged the crew's hard work, with Kelly saying, "Our team pulled off a miracle to make this happen. We're so grateful." The new studio's design emphasizes flexibility, with modular set pieces that allow for dynamic segments, from celebrity interviews to cooking demos. "It's built for the future," Kelly said. "We can mix things up and keep the show feeling fresh." Fans have already noticed the enhanced production quality, with one X user commenting, "The lighting in the new live studio is chef's kiss. Everyone looks like a movie star."